Now, let's explore the complex web of boxing drama involving Gervonta "Tank" Davis, his former trainer Calvin Ford, and the circulating allegations that have caused a stir in the fight community. The story begins with a nasty breakdown between Davis and Ford. Their connection, which at one point appeared impenetrable, has now turned into a public feud that is rife with accusations of treachery, contempt, and performance-enhancing drugs, PEDs. The story is as crazy as a barroom brawl when you combine that with a contentious draw versus Lamont Roach Jr. on March 1, 2025, and the expectation of a rematch in June. Davis has long been a divisive figure in boxing as a lightweight sensation with an impressive knockout record. He is a feared competitor and a crowd favorite due to his strength, swagger, and capacity to psychologically intimidate opponents. However, Ford is suddenly revealing personal details like its fight week trash talk, which is making the rumors about how he's kept that edge louder. In a shocking revelation that could ruin an otherwise outstanding career, Ford, who had supported Davis since the boxer was a child, says Tank has been using performance-enhancing drugs for years. Ford claims that the specifications of that sh*T discovered during testing were not an isolated incident, but rather are a part of a trend that the boxing regulating bodies have either overlooked or failed to notice. If accurate, this is a scandal that has the potential to change Davis's legacy rather than merely being a personal betrayal. The disagreement between Ford and Davis wasn't sudden. After Tank's bout with Roach, his first without Ford as his starting cornerback since the beginning of his career, things reached a breaking point. Given Ford's lengthy tenure, Barry Hunter's decision to assume leadership was questioned. After being instructed to exercise caution, Davis yelled, "Calvin, calm down and listen to me," at Ford in the middle rounds of the fight, igniting tensions in public. It was a startling show of contempt toward a man who had essentially raised him in boxing, according to the boxing community. One fan bemoaned, "I pity that man so much," on social media. Tank can't really function without him because he is so rude and disrespectful. Another referred to Davis as wicked and ingrate, citing Ford's years of selflessness, long training sessions, sleepless nights, that helped shape Tank into the champion he is today. How did Ford react? "He's finished." He expressed his complaints in a candid, unvarnished interview, portraying Davis as a warrior whose unwavering exterior belies a more sinister side. He discussed Tank's use of psychological warfare, which involves frightening opponents with his might and presence, but he maintained that there is more to it. "Tank does that, they get an eyebrow out of people," Ford remarked, emulating The Rock's trademark eccentricity to highlight how Davis unbalances people. The PED claim, however, was the real deal. According to Ford, Davis uses these drugs to give himself a physical advantage so he can absorb early-round punishment without losing it and then ramp up the heat in the later rounds. In other cases, such as against Roach or years ago against Isaac "Pitbull" Cruz, who defeated Tank in a long 2021 fight, it is shown to be an effective tactic. A rare stain on Davis's record, the Cruz battle was a night when the Mexican fighter's determination remained unwavering despite his bullying methods. When you fast forward to Roach, the script is similar. Roach resisted Tank's attempts to force his will, outwitting him occasionally and exiting the ring with a majority draw. What does Ford think? Anyone has a chance to expose Davis if they can withstand his physicality and mental tricks. According to Ford's joke, Tank's team is already preparing alibis for the rematch. "They getting their excuse ready when they lose," he said. The actual Roach fight was an emotional roller coaster. It was advertised as another showcase for Davis, the overwhelming favorite, against an accomplished but small Roach at Brooklyn's Barclays Center. When Davis forced inside exchanges, Roach held his own and boxed superbly from the outside, surprising everyone from the first bell. After 36 minutes of back and forth, the audience was standing by the conclusion, not sure who had won. Team Tank was taken aback by the judges' scorecards, which showed 2 judges declaring it equal and one significantly favoring Davis. Hunter, who is currently Davis's main defender, maintained that they had prevailed in the latter rounds. He told reporters, "Down the stretch, the last 2 rounds sealed the deal," acknowledging Roach's effort but maintaining his conviction that Davis should have been chosen. The admirers. Social media was ablaze with debate over whether Tank played poorly or Roach was robbed. "The stakes are extremely high now that a rematch is imminent," with Chris Mannix of Sports Illustrated predicting it will take place in Las Vegas on June 21, 2025. Roach wants to demonstrate that the first bout wasn't a coincidence, while Davis wants to erase the draw and reclaim his supremacy. One ex-user shared pictures from the fight and declared, "Roach is beating that guy again, mate," while another predicted Tank would change tactics and score a late knockout. Fans are taking sides. Although the excitement is growing, Ford's charges loom large over everything. Davis's resilience, the ability to take a hit early and still come on strong, may be explained if he has been doping, as Ford alleges. Can he still dominate without that advantage? Ford isn't merely making fun of people. He is out for blood, promising to deprive Davis of his honors and force him to lose. His statement, "I'm ready to put him into much trouble," alluded to future disclosures. It is very different from the time when he viewed Tank like a son and guided him to keep his lifelong pledge to watch over him. After years of devotion, he feels undervalued and has given up. Ford said, "I've gotten nothing for my efforts," an attitude that has motivated him to expose Davis. Davis hasn't remained silent in the meanwhile. He is shaken yet motivated, as seen by his commitment to take just 1 week off before returning to training following the Roach draw. He has vociferous backing from unexpected sources, including as Ryan Garcia, another lightweight star who has experienced his own PED issue, and his management is pressing for the rematch. Davis jumped to Garcia's support after he tested positive in 2024 after upsetting Devin Haney, accusing X of attempting to take away the win. He said, "The whole boxing world is straight S******, and every boxer on my timeline that claims Ryan cheated to hell," in now-deleted tweets accusing promoter Eddie Hearn of shady business practices. Although it was an uncommon display of unity, others believe Tank's zeal was a result of his own fears that Ford's accusations would also bring him low. Haney's longtime promoter, Hearn, retaliated by denouncing Davis as an idiot and making fun of his conspiracy beliefs. Hearn said IFL TV, "It's so painful listening to this guy who knows absolutely nothing," highlighting the ridiculousness of holding him responsible for Garcia's test findings. Hearn scoffed at Davis's decision to double down before deleting his posts, adding another level of intrigue to the spectacle. Why do you erase your tweets? Are you unable to stand by your statements? Voices like Ryan's coach and father, Henry Garcia, are speaking out as the rematch draws closer. Garcia Sr. boldly asserted in an interview with Fight Hub TV that Davis's legs aren't as strong as they once were at the age of 30. He also questioned the decision to choose Hunter as coach, pointing to Tank's angry outburst at Ford during the fight as evidence that something wasn't right. Garcia claimed that Roach's stand-your-ground approach revealed weaknesses and that his age is catching up to him, the legs aren't there. Tank won the first bout, but he doesn't believe it either. "There's no way you can say Tank won, there's no way." For his part, Hunter brushes off the skeptics. Although he concedes that Roach was tough, a cheat date, as he described it, he maintains that Davis changed the course of events too late. The pressure is still there, though, with Ford out and the PED rumors intensifying. Vegas is still the favorite, but according to Boxing Kingdom, the sequel may come to New York, where the first bout sold out. Every move Davis makes, including his strength, attention, and movement, will be closely examined wherever it lands. Will he be able to keep the noise down and demonstrate that he is still the lightweight king? Or will Roach overthrow him with Ford's intelligence and his own confidence? The boxing community is waiting. This is about a legacy on trial, not merely a rematch. Despite his star power, ring IQ, and knockout punch, Davis is beginning to show signs of weakness. A perfect storm consists of Ford's betrayal, the coaching shift, and the PED shadow. Tank's era could end sooner than a jab if he falters. He will solidify his reputation among the greats if he succeeds. June will hear far too soon.